A few hours after departing Gate Pass, the party settled down in the camp set by Captain Harriman's guards and engaged in a fun game where they learned more about each other. The next morning found the city guards parting ways with the company, bound for the Lyceum. After some hours of travel, the group found themselves in a dangerous spot. On a narrow path set at the bottom of a ravine, steep walls on each side. A great place for an ambush. Sure enough, the trap was set and sprung. The party found themselves assailed by the Horsehead Armband thugs. We gotta learn their names because that's a lot to say. From Gate Pass, the same group said to be led by Kathor that attacked the Poison Apple pub and also cornered the party in the city the following morning. Intent on capturing magic users and collecting the Regessian army's reward, the thugs fell upon the companions with fury and savagery. With flashing swords and flinging arrows, the melee quickly turned dire. Will the companions find a way out of this mess?
Proud that you'd ended it on such a question mark.
Yeah.
Well, we left things off, as was kind of alluded to there, with a pretty dismal string of rolls, but it was starting to kind of turn around at that. And even though the kids are being quite loud upstairs, Winry, we had left it off at your turn after you guys had started to score some hits on the enemies immediately before you.
I will. I'm gonna use my flurry of blows and punch the guy above me. Just went upstairs to yell at them. So.
Solid. You're DM now.
Okay, all right.
You got this.
I hit.
You guys all get a long rest. You level up.
You get a potion.
Oh, Fiona's DM tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Well, my first one was an 8, so that's not going to be good.
No bueno. But he's not here, Cassie.
Just re-roll it.
That didn't happen.
They're all natural
16.
20s.
Except it's now recorded.
That's not going to make it either, right? 16?
I think 16 will.
I think it does.
Oh, and a 9. Well, one of those might have.
9 total?
For
Are you
the last-
adding your-
No, it wasn't. I just rolled all of the attacks.
Right. I'm saying you rolled a 9
I
total,
did.
or you rolled a natural
Does
9?
16 hit?
I believe so.
I was pretty sure they had 15.
Yes, 16 hits.
6 damage. The other 2 missed. I used my flurry of blows.
What were the other two?
I don't remember.
9 and 8.
9.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, very
Or
bad.
something like that.
Which one were you punching? I totally was here.
The one
the
above
north.
me.
All right, and
We
6
know
points
you
of
are.
damage.
Yep.
There you go, 6 points. Sorry about that. We had children who were just yelling at the top of the stairs at each other.
Fair.
As they do.
They're both starting to take some hits, though. Neither one of them looks too significantly wounded just yet, but they are definitely starting to look a little bit knackered. Anything else on your turn, Winry?
Nope.
All right, Bryn, it's you.
I'm gonna do healing word at Jack at first level. Yeah, 7 hit points to you.
Okay.
And
Thank
then with my action, I'm gonna yell. I forgot her name. Who's the NPC?
We have an NPC.
Torrent.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
Torrent's
yell
there.
out to Torrent. Let go of 2 of the horses, and I'm going to call 2 of the horses to me.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Shit.
The animals charge through and trample Jack.
Yeah, 11.
Okay. I will let you know what happens once it gets to Torrance.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I was hoping they would come to me on my turn, so that I have forgotten everyone's name. Ryan's character.
Wow.
Rayland.
Rayland. There we
Which
go.
humorously has Ryan hidden in it.
I know. Could jump on a horse, but okay, we'll see what happens.
That was not
That
intentional,
is-
Justin.
Sure.
That, yeah. mhm.
That is my turn.
Well, speaking of Rayland, it's you next.
Okay, so
Just as a mental reminder for both or all of you, there is also the one up here a little bit further that has also taken a significant amount of hits before he got forced away by Jack.
The guy with the arrow.
Think I go pew pew.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the strategy that's been really taking,
Really?
just bringing it home. I'm gonna shoot my crossbow bolt against this guy here.
Perfect. Sounds great. Make the attack.
13 plus 5, I believe. 18 to hit.
That
All
does
right.
hit.
All
Rayland
right.
turns it around.
Yes.
All right, 1d8.
After I believe 3 misses.
only
Been a
three.
lot.
4 damage.
You have sneak attack on that if you'd like it.
Right? So that's 2d6. Let's see, 6, 7, 10 damage.
10 points of damage. Very nice. The arrow sinks in a little bit more after Winry kind of exposes a small opening for you with a punch. Takes him like in the side underneath the arm a little bit. And you can definitely see that he's looking quite hobbled after that.
All right, gonna reload my crossbow and I'm gonna ready an action if the horse comes near me, or not action, ready movement. Right, I can ready movement.
I'm good with that.
If that horse comes near me, I'm jumping on.
Okay. Sounds good. Then Jack, it's you.
All right. I'm going to look over at the other guy, not the guy who's been getting hit, so not the one in front of me, this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to him, what would your father say if he saw you here hurting innocent people for money? Shame on you. Casting vicious mockery.
Still with blood covering your face, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, okay.
You can still try to shame someone despite blood.
Wisdom save 13 DC.
Might help.
Wisdom save. Oh, that's a natural 19.
Oh, you
A
son of a
20
bitch.
total.
Wah, wah.
Well, cool.
I think he'd be happy.
Well, I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and do the rest of what my move was gonna be. I'm gonna do my best to boot, scoot, boogie out of there, and hope. I was hoping that the one guy would have disadvantage on the shot.
Okay.
But I can't take another round of shots like that. So let's see what happens.
They're going to take an extra round of shots against you. Well, not shots, but sword swings against you. At least. And so 2 short sword swings. Ooh, one is good, one is probably bad. 13 for one, and 19 for the other.
Okay, so for the 13,
That's to hit, babe, not
yep,
to-
I know. I'm trying to remember if I can use Bardic Inspiration to lower subtract numbers for creatures roll. Attack roll. Yep, I can use Cutting Words. So as the 13 guy swings at me, can we say it was the guy that I tried to get
Absolutely.
before? Okay, as he swings at me, I say, "What about your mother?" And they use Cutting Words, which it'll lower it at least 1, so it'll make that one miss. But the other one still hits.
He does get momentarily distracted by you calling out about his mother for just a brief moment. The other one does land, however, although it does not actually get sneak attack anymore because you are no longer adjacent to the first one.
Aw, darn. Looks like it was a decent move.
It was.
So that is 5 points of piercing damage from the one that does make contact. The other
I
one,
just healed myself 5. That's incorrect.
the other one looks a little bit sad and slightly heartbroken at your mean words about its mother and hating him now. But he does look still menacing despite the confusion momentarily.
Fair enough. Let's see. Did I move far enough? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I think you counted the square you were in.
Oh, you're right, I did. Well, still, I'm far enough now. All right, that's my turn. Oh, actually, if I see the horses charging, I'm going to kind of like squinch up against the wall as best I can.
I'm not.
No, that's dumb. I'm going to stand. Oh, that's dumb too.
Go around south of me.
All right, I'll go south of you so then they can kind of go northways. So then I'll actually boop down one more.
There you go.
Okay, that's my turn.
You get 8.
Oh, good. I needed it so bad.
You had 4 before.
Yeah, then I got chopped out of
Just
it.
got hit.
Yeah, I erased.
Myetharia,
Okay.
it's you. Jack is
All right.
retreating to a safe distance.
Good. All right. How does this guy right next to me look?
A little bit hurt, but not too brutal at this point in time.
And the other guy?
More damaged, definitely with a crossbow bolt sticking out from his rib cage.
All right.
You just took one like in the side underneath the arm into his ribs there, so he's kind of
Right.
bent over, trying to
Okay, hang on.
keep things together.
I'm going to use a fighting spirit.
Very nice.
Let's see if I can actually click it. It's not letting me click it, so I'm going to ignore that for now. And give myself advantage on this next roll. And I'm going to hit the guy who looks more damaged.
Absolutely. So you kind of like reach in, finding kind of like inner calm or inner peace a little bit, and
Let's see.
try to find the right place to strike.
Welp, I rolled a 7 and a 5. So the highest there is 12, so I don't think that hits.
12 unfortunately does not hit, even though he kind of got knocked off balance, hit with a crossbow bolt. It's just enough of a force in the side there to have him evade your swing of your sword.
But I do
Goes
get 5
just
temporary
wide.
hit points from my fighting spirit, so
Definitely.
yes. Alright, that's my turn.
Becca, are you Will Wheaton cosplaying as Becca?
You know what? You got me.
And temporary
Some
hit
days.
points don't stack. So,
Correct.
She would get the higher
Right.
number.
all right, then I'll roll it.
I hadn't
You
even
get
thought of that.
7 from me.
Alright, then I'll take your 7.
I'll take
If that's the end of your turn.
Right. Yes, it is. So I only get the 7, right?
You
Yeah.
only get the 7.
Got
That
it.
is correct.
Got it. Alrighty.
The one that's a little bit further up the path is up next. He'll take a few steps closer and he'll raise the crossbow that he had, or longbow, excuse me, that he has, and he'll kind of draw it back, shoot once more towards the back of Myetharia, which is exposed right now. He rolls a 15 to hit.
I think that's my armor. Hang on just one moment. I'm just reloading the page. Yep, that's my armor class, so it hits.
Are you damaged already?
Yes.
Or are you at full hit points? Okay.
I am not at full hit points.
You can see that his aim is true. It finds exactly what it was looking for, and it seems to find a weak spot within your armor where you were hit previously. Oh, jeez. He finds a very weak spot to the tune of 16 points of piercing damage.
Oh, dear heavens. All right. Yep, that hits. I'm trying to really reload my page right now because it's not cooperating. It's not letting me input hit points.
We
But
had 7 temporary, so
She looked.
I can do it for you if you want.
I didn't even input the temporary yet, so.
I did.
All right, thank you.
And then 16 damage. Boom.
Yes. So
Yeah,
I
he
should
sees
be
you kind
at, like 9 or something.
But yeah. He sees you reel as you take the longbow shaft right to the back. And he says, "That's what you get! You should have kept riding!" That's the end of his turn. The other two will continue to go after their targets. One of them, who's right next to Winry, is going to continue to attack her as it saw her casting a spell. And so he attacks with his short sword. He does not hit. That's a 7 to hit.
Oh.
And then the other one was still chasing Jack down, and so he's going to kind of make a run across and past you, Winry, if you'd like.
Yes.
Go for it.
Myetharia too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Myetharia.
23.
That does hit.
Oh, please drop him.
5 damage.
Okay, 5 points of damage. He is still stumbling towards Jack. Myetharia.
I rolled a 19, so that's 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Hey, that's 8 points of damage.
Very nice. And as he takes a couple of steps down the path,
It's
right next to Winry. I guess it's technically that step when Winry gets to punch him that it's just enough. Knocks him down, and he kind of hits his head onto a stone path in the middle and appears to be bleeding out from it. That is all of their turn. The last thing that happens is you start to hear sounds coming up the canyon. The sound of someone on a horse riding towards you guys in the distance. You can hear it kind of echoing throughout the path where you guys are going through this ravine.
Like
and you
one
can tell
horse
that
or
they're
multiple?
coming this direction. It is. I don't want to say something wrong because I forgot if the guy who left was on a horse. He was. There is at least 2 horses that you can hear.
Did we get anything from Torrent?
You do. Torrent does release her 2 horses that she was instructed to. She has a hard time doing it because all the reins are kind of tied all together. But after a few seconds, the horses do come walking up towards you guys, making it about to here for you as they come towards Bryn, who gave them a little call. And the horses come walking towards her and kind of stop at her hands, her touch. Rayland, if you'd like to, you can make your move at this point.
All right. I'm gonna slide down the hill and jump on. Is that all right?
Absolutely. You can slide on down, jump on the horse, and that will be your move.
If the horse was closer to the cliff, I could just jump from the cliff onto the horse. It would be really cool, but
Ouch.
I also think
You are 20 feet up, roughly.
Yeah, I'll slide down the hill a little bit until I'm about, foot up from the horse and just pop off.
Yep, just kind of like a surf down the hill, basically,
Yeah.
with the rocks kind of scattering about, and as you get low towards the bottom, gives a nimble jump, maybe a little forward roll in the air, so he lands upon the saddle.
Yep.
Really bad echo.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you. Winry, it's you.
Children. Seeing the horses, I'm gonna back away from this fellow.
All right, he will make an attack against you as you do so, as he'd been trying to strike you this whole time. Ooh, that's definitely going to hit. 23 to hit.
Yep.
6 points of slashing.
Okay. Oops. I was here. Woo! I'm gonna try to jump on the other horse. Yeah.
I moved here for you. I think that's plenty. Yep, still within easy distance. Okay. Winry comes charging past, jumps on the other horse on her way, and still has a few feet of movement if you want that.
Can I start moving with the horse?
You can if you'd like to. As you start kind of turning the horse around and coming this way, Torrent says, Where are we going to go? This is our path.
Oh, right. I will go forward with the horse.
I'm just going to mow down Myetharia. And Jack and Bryn.
No, I'm gonna get her up on the horse with me.
Oh, okay. So you still had about, what's your movement, 40
Or
feet?
actually, I'll probably get Jack up on the horse. Or Bryn.
Yeah, I think I'd be fine with you taking an action in order to pick someone up onto the horse if you'd like to.
Okay. I will take Jack.
All right,
Okay.
so the two of you on the horse together. And let's see, you had about 15 feet left. I'll say you still have 15 feet of movement if you want it.
I will start going forward with the horse.
You kind of skirt past Bryn on your way by, and you push along. There you go. Anything else, Winry?
Nope.
Perfect.
You get 7 temporary hit points.
So, Winry, you're huge. Could you just like grab me and like throw me onto the horse?
I was assuming that you were
Willing.
Yeah.
willing.
all right.
If you
Yeah,
are
I'm
not,
paying attention.
then
No. I just picture it like I'm running backwards, or like I just saw that guy fall in front of me, and then Winry's claw grabs me and throws me on the horse. Yeet!
I was more assuming it was like an arm clasp, and she kind of pulls you up behind her on the saddle.
That's cooler.
All right, so 3 on the horses technically. Bryn, it's you.
I'm going to. I'm gonna sidestep like to the square above Winry and you.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna shoot
Oh boy.
Sacred Flame at the guy right in front of Myetharia. So,
Okay.
Dex 13.
Deck save. That is a 9, so that's a failure.
Nice.
So I need a D8, which I didn't get out. I played my turn and didn't get my dice out. Where did it go? There it is. 6 points of damage.
Very nice. 6 more points. He's definitely starting to look a little weaker after that. Starting to
With
struggle.
I don't want to do that. Okay. Can't do like that was my cantrip. That's all that I got.
You do have your sword if you want it.
I have a sword?
Your spiritual weapon.
Oh, look at that! I'm gonna move him up and have that one swing.
All right, go for it.
Oh, I was wondering what that was too.
What
Yeah,
like
you
I
made
was
a
wondering what
sword.
my spell slot was. So a D20 plus 5. 16.
16 does hit.
Nice.
Get in the box. Get in the box. 7 points.
Very nice. He is very much struggling now at this point, as the spiritual weapon sword kind of bashes him right in the back. He, not looking good. Anything else, Bryn?
No, now I'm good, and that was satisfactory.
Yeah, that was a good turn.
Perfect. Rayland, it's you. The canyon before you is quite jumbled.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear him?
No.
Nope.
Ryan, you there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just thinking about it here.
Winry and I are up high, but Bryn is still on the ground. So if you run up behind her, you can still shoot over her, probably.
Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna just go here.
The horse leaves you.
Woo! And yeah, I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at. Can I hit him over Bryn's head?
Yeah, definitely. You can try to. I would like you to make a animal handling check.
Okay. So this is my animal handling here. 15
Oh, very nice.
plus 1, so 16.
Okay. You are able to kind of deftly navigate the horse and keep it steady, as it is not the easiest thing to be fired a crossbow from the back of a horse. But in doing so, you're able to avoid disadvantage on your shot. So go ahead and you can do whatever you would like.
It also looks really cool.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it looks like 16.
16 does hit.
Yes, and sneak attack.
Very cool.
Finish him.
So
You know.
8 plus 3. Yeah.
Ooh.
10,
Now we're cooking with gas.
13 damage.
Let's not
13
cook
points
with
of damage. Very nice.
Yes.
The crossbow bolt takes the second one in a vital spot, piercing through his neck, and he falls down.
that. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to then sheath my crossbow with my
Okay.
bonus action fast hands and draw my sword and dagger.
You got both out? Okay, so you're riding with your knees. That makes sense. You rolled a 16. I'm good with that.
Yeah, short sword and dagger.
Very nice. Both weapons out. Three
I mean, if
members
it's
on
going to
horses.
be- actually, if it is going to be a, I'm assuming. Well, actually, you know what? I will. That's a good point. I'm going to draw my rapier, and could I possibly use my fast hands in my next turn to kind of steady the horse, like hold the reins, maybe put a little energy, like extra effort into making sure that he's doing what I want him to do.
Possibly. Yeah, we'll talk about it on your turn.
Oh, okay. So, all right, that's my turn.
Correct. All right, Jack. Both of the members who had previously jumped you are now lying in pools of blood on the ground.
Also, Ryan, I am rolling your temporary hit points. I'm just rolling lower than what I already gave you.
Yeah, I have 7 still, I believe. Yeah.
So just sidebar, I was going to, I still had concentration up on heat metal. So I was thinking about using that, but then I realized I took damage and I rolled and did not make it. So don't have concentration on that anymore. I am going to hold my action. I'm going to prepare. I'm going to prepare Ray of Frost. And I'm going to fire it. I'm going to fire it at the horse that guy was riding on. Oh, actually, I think I'm in range.
Yeah,
Am
you
I within
hold-
60 feet of his horse?
70.
Okay, so no. So I'm going to hold Ray of Frost until I have a clean shot at the horse.
Okay.
I'm going to try to kill his horse.
Shout it out for that horse.
I mean, if his horse is down, he can't chase us anymore. So I prepare that spell and I just hold on tighter to Winry. How's Myetharia doing? How's she look?
She's all right. She's standing. I mean, she looks rather bloody, but she's all right.
I was going to say, she just took a arrow to the back, is the last thing you remember.
I think I would have seen that. So I will go ahead and I'm going to see that she got hurt, and I'm going to cast Healing Word. Oh, wait. No, I can't do that. Because I'm preparing an action.
You are preparing a...
Yep. So never mind, I can't do that.
Well,
A
healing word
cantrip.
is a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, you said I could do a cantrip and a bonus action.
You,
So
yeah,
the
you're
healing,
preparing a cantrip, so that's still fine.
I'm going to do Healing Word at first level, just because I need to save that second level slot for something clutch. But I see Myetharia take the hit, and I'm going to cast that at first level. Take Oh boy. Come on. All right.
Oh,
Never mind. I
boy.
don't know why I'm rolling with that. So slow.
I was wondering that too.
Take 6 HP.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just hold on to Winry and I say, if you can get me in range of his horse, I'm going to try to disable it.
Oh dear.
That's it.
Okay. Myetharia, it's you.
All right. So everyone's gone. All right. How close is Torrent?
To you?
Yeah.
45 feet.
Okay. Okay. So it would take my entire action to get to her and get a horse. I'm going to do that. I'm gonna go all the way back. And is it possible to skirt through them here? Because I know it's pretty.
Yeah, I'm
cramped.
fine with you kind of fitting your way through.
All right. And are you okay with me trying to get up on a horse, or no?
Yep. I'm not worried about mounting the horse. You can do that as a bonus action.
Okay.
Myetharia, as you walk past, I'll say, are you okay?
He's not going to say anything.
Fair. I do still have blood everywhere, so.
No,
She does make it past you?
She just completely ignores you.
She does make it past you, and she does get on a horse at the back. And that is probably
Do you
all
want
that
to
you
move
can
on
do.
your turn, or do you want to stay there? Okay.
Probably a
And
bad idea.
What was that, Myetharia? Sorry.
that's my turn.
All right, perfect. The man then, with the chain shirt, helmet, and cape, is going to shout out at you, seeing you mounting your horse, and say, "No, you jerks!" And he's going to take a longbow shot, and he's going to shoot at Winry's horse.
Oh no.
What a jerk. He's hurting a horse. Am I right?
That is
That.
definitely
Right?
a hit. And it deals some damage to the horse, as now it has a bolt from an arrow
Oh gosh.
right in its shoulder as it continues to go.
May have to double up on
I-
another horse.
I don't mean to be this guy, Justin, but I feel like we should both roll some saves because that horse is gonna be freaking out.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes, but I'm not going to do it off your turn. He says, "You get down here and you fight." That's the end of their turn. And the next thing that you notice is coming around the bend ahead is the man that you started seeing as he was fleeing, as he was riding away, blowing a horn. He has stowed the horn, and he's just making it around to the top of the bend at this point in time to see how things have been going. You do still hear hoof sounds from beyond him as well. And that is all that happens there. Torrent, kind of seeing what's happening at this point in time, will mount up on one of the horses herself. Say, what's the plan? And she'll just kind of spur the horse slowly, because she's leading two other horses down the path slightly to get closer to you guys at least. That is really all that she does on her turn. Winry, it's you. Go ahead and make an animal handling check, please.
Nine.
Oh no.
Okay. The horse, despite your attempts, just starts running. It doesn't
Well,
know
right,
what's
wait.
happening. All that it knows is that it needs to go. And so it spends its entire movement going 60 feet of movement straight forward.
Oh my god. Does it
Okay.
hit the guy?
It does not hit the guy, and actually, he doesn't have a melee weapon out, so he can't swing at it. But he probably could have if he was thinking about it.
At least you're going in the right direction.
Anything that you try
Yep.
to do on your turn, you or Jack will be at disadvantage because you're on the back of a bolting horse.
So I'm now within range of the horse, right?
Yep, you can go ahead and make your Ray of Frost if you'd like at disadvantage.
Ooh, good. I rolled a 16 and 19, so 20 total.
My hits.
I don't feel good about this, but so I'm running behind Winry. So I've got like one arm around her waist, and then I've got my other arm perched on her shoulder, and that's how I fire the spell. Just kind of steadying my arm on her shoulder.
You can hold my tail.
Three frost damage.
3 points of frost damage. You can see it kind of start to get frost and kind of icicles forming in its mane, and it looks pissed. And it starts running itself further away as well.
All right, I'm good with that. When I fire it, I'm like, excuse me, not that. Well, maybe that. Popping the blood. I say, sorry, I burned you earlier. Horsey, this should cool you off.
Oh.
Try to justify it any way I can.
To a horse?
What, killing it?
No, it's just cooling it off. It didn't die. And so the arrow that the horse that we're riding on, the damage that it took, does it seem like it's about to drop, or it's okay?
It definitely took some damage. It is not like on death's door, but it is definitely, it's got a longbow shaft sticking out of it.
All right. We have more horses. I'm gonna save my spells. As we ride past the guy in the chainmail shirt, even though the horse is going crazy. Actually, can I? Oh, it's not my turn. This is just my prepared action. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Okay, Winry, it's your turn. It's your actual turn now.
Sorry.
I am not going to run off with the horse and leave everyone behind.
This was your move action. The horse bolting
The
was
horse
your move.
running was my move action. Okay.
Yep, you just had to hold on tight.
I will. Let's see. I'm gonna throw a ray of frost
Yes.
at this dude
The one that you just
yelling
passed.
at us. Yeah.
All right, go for it. Make an attack with disadvantage.
Gosh, what if we shoot him at the same time? I shoot forward, you shoot back.
17.
You guys are so cool.
13.
13 total.
Yeah.
13 total, not quite enough to hit. He's able to dodge out of the way as the horse kind of takes a jostle as you were just about to release the spell, and it goes a little bit awry. Anything else that you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. I'm gonna cower behind Jack a little bit.
You're in
That's
front.
it. Yep.
Power behind me from the dude who's gonna shoot us.
It's kind of like hugging low to the horse's neck.
Right.
Okay, Bryn, that makes it your turn.
I didn't hear what you asked.
How far is that guy from me?
The horse guy?
This, yeah,
Way far.
45. I'm drifting. Okay. Has the guy that's closer been hurt at all?
Yeah, he's definitely taken some damage. He doesn't look like he's
Oh.
too brutal yet, but he definitely has taken hits while you guys were fighting originally.
So let me.
He also got bucked off a horse as part of that too.
Okay, so first I'm gonna put my sword up to the one guy and hit him with my sword.
It's 20 feet, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yep, perfect.
So that should go. So this plus 5. Oh, bitches. 11.
He
Come on,
sees the
guys. We're
sword
not out
coming.
of this yet.
Sees the sword coming. He's able to dodge out of the way of it.
I'm going to do this. So I'm going to move forward 25 feet.
5. Oh, Justin did it.
Well, Justin had done it.
I'll let you do it.
I'm going to cast Sleep.
Oh, okay.
8, 1, 2, 3. It's 4. 4. Haley tells me every time we play, you gotta cast Sleep on someone. Bryn has to cast Sleep. Well, now I can tell her that I did.
She tried to make her promise today.
How heartbroken is she going to be when it fails?
It's gonna fail. 17.
17. You cast a spell. You kind of, what is it? It's like dust, right? 'Cause it's Sandman is the idea. You kind of sprinkle the dust in the air, and as you do so, he blinks a little bit, but seemingly has no real effect on him.
Did you roll too good?
I did not. I rolled like 2 2s, a 3. It was all under. Yeah.
I just realized, actually, hold on. Where did you cast it specifically?
I just realized that too. I was casting. I moved forward in the sense that I was going to try and hit both of them, but it would be closer to him. So.
Well, you definitely won't be able to hit them both, but it's creatures is more what I'm referring to.
Yeah. Oh, shnikes. Okay. See, I was doing it wrong. So let me see.
I guess you could cast it in theory, like up here, and it. Well.
Or if I moved, because so I wouldn't have needed to move then, because I was calculating it based on.
Sure, you could cast it and then move also.
Yeah, and so it would be.
Yep, I'm good with that.
5, 10, 15, 20. So click, ping there, down by these purple trees.
Yep,
Because that's within 20 feet. So.
Yep. Okay.
Purple?
And then, it's purple because my thing is over it.
Her aura.
Then move me. Nope, I'm gonna stay there. That's all. I did my bonus action, did my move, did my action.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Rayland, your turn
All right.
on the horse.
So with my fast hands here, my is it fast hands? Cunning. Let me just check it. Make sure. Yeah, cunning action. Fast hands. I'm going to take up the reins and guide the horse as I take my heels and sort of kick at him. Say, hip hip. Actually, that doesn't sound like him. It's gonna be like, yeah. And then, how much movement do I have on the horse, Justin?
The horses have 60 feet of movement.
So I was like right here. Let's see. All right, yeah, I'm gonna catch up with them. I'm actually going to. Oops.
Oh, you want to be right adjacent to him?
Yeah, and I'm gonna take a swipe at him as I'm going by.
Sure. Make a. I'm not even gonna make you make a check because you're holding on and everything. You're good, and you're making a melee strike. I'm good with that.
Cool. Oof, this probably didn't do it. 13.
13 does not hit. Nope.
Okay.
He continues to evade strikes left and right as you guys try to strike him.
He evades strikes left and right as you strike him. Let's see here.
Don't mock me.
My bad. I apologize. That was wrong.
I'm fine with that. I don't care.
I am the god of this world.
Do whatever I want
And
to you.
the horse bucks, and
You break your neck on the ground.
New character.
All right, I think that should
Oh,
be it
dear.
then, right? Use your bonus, your move, and your action.
yeah.
All right, perfect. Jack, it's you.
Oh, he's in there.
Make a athletics check.
Oh, okay.
Rayland, you have 8 temporary hit points instead of 7 now.
Hey, that's a good roll. Athletics, you say? 14.
All right. You're able to hold on as the horse bolts through as you're trying to like hold on to anything you can on Winry in order to keep on the back of this horse. She's in the saddle, you're just behind it, and so you're just kind of scrambling on. It was fine for normal riding, but while it's bolting, it is much more difficult to hold on.
Okay. I'm gonna earn a nickname today.
Horse killer?
I'm gonna fire a ray of frost at the other guy's horse.
The other guy's horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to get it to buck.
All right, go for it.
Oh, that'll do it.
You are rolling at disadvantage.
Oh, yep. Oh, that won't do it. Damn it. Rolled into my pencil. What's the word?
Interference.
Interference. I was gonna say interception. It intercepted my dice. Yeah, no, that won't do it. Probably.
What is it?
That is a 6.
Oh, wow. No, a 6 is not
natural
going to
2.
do it, unfortunately. Yeah, the
15 and natural 2.
the horse is rampaging along. You're just trying to grab on for the most part, and it makes so that your spell kind of goes off into the bushes instead.
All right. Man. So I don't assume I have a movement action other than just to hold on. Can I
Unless
help?
you were getting off, then you could. I'd say you'd use like half your, or no, you'd just 5.
Nah,
That's fine. You could get
I'm
off
pretty-
whenever you wanted.
I'm too close to this guy. I'm not going to get off the horse.
You're healing towards the horse.
Can I use like the remainder of my turn to try to help stabilize Winry like on the horse so that she can
I will give her advantage to get it under control.
I want to say
As
that
you are
like
aiding it.
I kind of put my feet, I don't know, around, I don't know. I just grab onto her tighter and try to steady her so that she can focus on the horse. That's it.
Perfect. Myetharia, you're a
All
long
right.
ways back, but you can ride through the other horse. I'm fine with it.
I can? Okay.
Yep.
Then I will take. How far would 60 feet be with the horse?
Right next to Bryn.
All right. Then I will use. Yeah, I'll just. Oh, this is a toughie. I think I'd like to be here right behind Rayland, but not within melee range of this guy.
So you can double move on the horse, but it does
Yeah,
require you to
yeah.
make a check in order to do so.
Oh, great.
Because you would be like, you'd be galloping the horse through a narrow canyon and all this, trying to avoid people and
Sure.
objects, etc.
Yeah.
So if you do want to, go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Alrighty. Fantastic. Oh, that's actually really good. 19.
Deftly maneuvering the horse
Yeah.
between people, between horses, between brushes, able to avoid a lot of the pitfalls and other areas. But you do make it up next to Rayland, back in kind of a
Alrighty,
semblance of a formation.
Good
Yes.
job.
Thank you. Yes, that is my turn then.
Did you want to get close enough that you would? No, you can't. Never mind. All right.
No.
Perfect. On his turn, Renard sees you guys all kind of getting past him. Yeah, you're welcome. He's going to take a couple of steps back just to kind of step away from Rayland. Rayland, you can make an attack if you would like to.
6 temporary hit points, Becca.
Oh, thank you.
It's back in my aura. Bernard. Oh, I already wrote
Yeah.
that down. You gave it to us last time.
Yeah, I did. I slip with names fairly often, turns out. Rayland, would you like to make an attack against him or not?
I would. Yep.
All right, go for it.
That's a 17.
That does hit.
It's just, I believe, 1d8. So 8 damage, I believe. Yeah,
Very
8 damage.
nice. 8 points, still solid.
Good hit.
Kind of conk him on the top of the head, and as you do so, he does look slightly dazed. He's starting to... He's taking some hits. But he will draw his bow one last time, and he's going to try to plug one into the horse with Jack and Winry on it, the two people he's seen, aggressively casting and trying to get away. So he breaks the attack. That definitely hits. It's a 19 to hit the horse.
Boy.
And the horse takes, what is that? 9 points additional damage. It is looking very rough. It's labored as it continues on underneath you guys. With the two shafts sticking out of it, it looks very rough at this point in time.
Does it freak out again?
It's going to on your turn. Yep.
Okay.
That is all that he can do, though, is he's just kind of cursing at you guys as you start riding away. The enemies, the other guy up here at the top, is going to start riding in towards you guys. You know what? No, he's going to stay kind of at the side. And he's going to kind of post up over here at the side. He's going to pull a crossbow out, and he is going to shoot as well. Seeing Renard shooting at the horse right in front of him, he follows his leader's lead, and he takes a shot towards the horse. You started this.
Yeah, I sure did.
18 to hit. That definitely hits the horse.
Oh, man.
My horsey.
We'll see. I need to not roll a 1. I rolled a 2. It had 2 hit points. The horse beneath you starts to jump and to run. And then it gets plugged by a second crossbow. And as it does so, it falls to the ground. I need you both to make an acrobatics check. Actually, a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
17 for me.
Okay.
18.
All right, both of you are able to get out from underneath the horse as it falls. You both land on your feet next to it, but exactly. But the horse, unfortunately, is dying from 3 arrow-ish. One is a bolt, I guess, but projectile wounds.
Ugh.
Yep. The last thing that happens is coming around the corner is one more person. Hold on.
Thanks.
I needed to grab this off of the other sheet a second. What are you saying?
Nothing. I'm saying nothing. Silently cursing over here, that's all.
When our horse goes down,
no!
I want to get my feet underneath it and hop off, vault and do a little twirl in the air and land on the ground acrobatically.
Okay, perfect. Coming around the corner is a familiar looking man.
Oh no! Oh
Yeah.
This is not good,
Yeah, I saw
bros.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah, we're in trouble.
This bad.
As he comes up to the corner, he kind of looks towards you, sighs a little bit. You can see it almost looks like regret in his eyes as he looks towards you. But he does draw the great sword off his back. He is still mounted on the horse, but he has the great sword out and ready. That is the end of their turns. Winry, it's yours.
Oh. With our horse dying, I'm gonna panic and I'm gonna take put all 4 paws on the ground and put Jack on my back.
What?
And yeah,
You're gonna pick up Jack.
grab him and yep.
Okay. You will move at half speed while you're carrying someone.
Maybe that's not a good idea. Double your speed.
You can if you'd like to.
I also don't want to go over there, though.
Oop, I forgot about Torrent. Sorry. She continues onwards. She moves 30 feet up the canyon. It's about as much as she can do while she's leading 2 horses and riding another one.
What was it for Bryn to call the horses? I guess that's what Torrent's doing now, really. Oh, but the horses are faster than Torrent is. Was that an action?
I mean, if you were going to actively try to call them, I'd probably make it a bonus action.
Okay.
She is leading them by the
Oops,
reins currently.
I don't want to move the horse. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
I should really go get my dice.
The most use animal handling has ever gotten. 5.
Yeah, for real.
No, that's a 3.
No, no.
You call out towards the horses. Do you tell? Yeah, I guess Torrent releases the reins on one of them as you kind of are calling towards it, asking for it to come along. It doesn't really do much of anything right now, but we'll see what happens. You do still have the rest of your move and an action.
Does Reinhard look hurt?
He's definitely starting to look hurt. He's not like keeled over, dying or anything, but he's definitely taken some strikes. He's looking dented in, this sort of thing.
I will punch and kick him.
For it. Only one though.
All right, bonus action. Oh, 13.
He continues to evade you as you continue to strike him. Anything else, Winry? All right, I hear your daughter at the top of the stairs.
Not your daughter, though.
Nope, not mine anymore. Bryn, that makes it your turn.
We'll move the sword up, and I'll start with that.
All right, go for it.
Oh, yes! 22.
Definitely hits.
D8, I think it's +3. Yes, +3. Yes, 11.
Very nice. Solid strike. He definitely reels from it, and he's starting to actually... Yeah, he's kind of spits out a little bit of blood afterwards as it kind of thumps him in the face.
It's 20 for me to get on the horse.
Looks like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep.
And then I move the horse forward 10.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And then would I be, I guess, could I take the extra reins from Torrent? Or
You have an action if you'd like to do kind of more involved things. But she did let one of them go, and so you can jump on the one that she let go easily.
Yeah.
That's the easy one.
So if I still have an action, it's not 40. I can't use it. Do action. No, I can do a dash. Yeah.
Yep. You can dash if you'd like to. You can make an animal handling check to dash.
Honey, you get to use your animal handling.
Yeah.
Or you can have cast something else before you got on the horse if you'd rather.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Honey, can you move the map for me? I want to see up there. Okay, where they're at. It's gonna be dangerous. I want to dash the horse at Renard. At.
Like trying to trample him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Make an animal handling check.
That's a big move.
Natural 20. 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Go
Be the
ahead
farmer.
and make a attack roll for me. It is +6.
20.
Natural 20?
No, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, you come flying forward. The horse's hooves raise up as it gets towards him. You kind of spin it around in a circle, and it back kicks right into Renard's face. Go ahead and roll 2d6, please.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Brutal.
9.
Plus 3 is 13 points of bludgeoning damage as it bashes him in the face. He then has to make a strength saving throw. Look at you thinking outside the box, getting rewarded. That is a 12, which I think is a failure against a horse. That is true. He gets kicked right in the face, and as he does so, he gets knocked off his feet, lands on the ground prone next to it. And as it does so, the horse makes a follow-up attack as he was knocked prone. Go ahead and make another attack roll.
Oh, shit. This is insane.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, that didn't work too.
But it's a melee attack, so you get advantage.
You do have advantage.
All right, good, because I rolled a 2. Natural 19.
Just
Oh my
stomps
gosh.
right on his face with the 2 feet that just kicked him in the face, just like reared up, kicked in the face. He falls over and then stomps right on him afterwards. Same roll, 2d6.
2d6.
Yes.
Farm girl, gee.
We don't fuck around on the farm.
Wait, where did that
Jack's
dice
gonna
go?
get the nickname Horse Killer, and Bryn is gonna get the
11.
nickname Killer Horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
killer with horse. 11?
Did you say 11?
11.
Oh
Is that with the 4 or not?
I did not add the 4 now.
Very nice.
So
The 2
15.
hooves land down, just smash him into the dirt. And as you do so, you leave behind a broken man on the ground, bleeding out and dying.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That is my turn.
At the end of
was-
your turn, from ahead and down the canyon, you see the man who you'd seen previously and know his name now to be Kathor. He looks down the canyon and sees what's kind of going on, and he turns to the man next to him and says, "Stop. Let them go. We have no fight with them."
There you go.
I will say you are technically within initiative right now if you would still like to, though he has put the greatsword back upon his back, and he speaks to the man next to him and says, "With Renard dead, leadership passes to me. We let them go."
Oh.
Can I call out at my free action of why? You attacked us before.
If no one's going to immediately start hostilities, you can feel free to attempt discourse. Yes.
I won't do anything.
Winry is covered in this dude's gore, by the way.
Yeah. I was afraid I was going to hit Winry, and I was like, she's got good acrobatics.
She's got
I'll
Shaun
be
of the
fine.
Dead.
I saw
Rayland-
Rayland measuring the distance. That's the only reason that I'm still asking right now.
Yeah, I was just curious how close he was. I am definitely going to. I guess I'm not going to go all the way in. I mean, I'm not close enough to go in all the way, but I will ride here and draw my crossbow as I do. And then say, but like I won't point it at them. I'll just draw it and say, "What has all of this been about?"
This has not been my choice. I've followed orders to this point. Now I make my own.
I would like to walk up next to Raylan and kind of like, I want to stand out next to Raylan, but still have the ability to kind of like duck behind his horse if I need to. I'll say out to him, we appreciate your kindness. Although, you were the one who led the attack against us at the Poison Apple Pub. maybe trust is a little shaky on our side.
Understandable. I hold no ill will against you. What happened there was business, but a mistake. Now, I right the wrongs that I was given.
Well, we can only make good decisions in the moment. So I'm glad that you have chosen mercy.
Are you not hunting wizards, mages?
That was the orders.
I'm gonna
As
ride
I
up next to Jack.
As I said, now I make the rule, or I make the decisions. My decision is to leave this disreputable path.
The Regessians would have betrayed you in the end. Sorry.
What would have changed? What changed your mind?
He kind of looks around him at the men who are kind of standing around next to him. Says, the work Renard began here is not befitting of true mercenaries. This work is a butcher's bill. I want no part of this.
I see. Well,
Being Rayland's kind of taking point on this conversation, I'm going to go back and get another horse. Actually, is our horse still alive or is it dead?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's
Oh.
technically making death saves.
Jack, can you fix him?
Yeah, I'll... I don't think that thing's going to let me ride it. Yeah, I'll... as I see that Winry's trying to work on him, I'm going to go over to and kind of like remove the bolts, and I'll go ahead and cast Healing Word on him.
As you're walking towards it, Kathor does kind of speak out to you and says, we do have spare mounts if you need.
Oh,
Your
I
decision.
won't do. I won't. Well,
But he died for us.
yep. I'll say, well, this is more a matter of I don't really want to be known as the horse killer, so I
Well, you
think
did
it's worth
kill
it.
this horse.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't killed any horses yet. But still, life is precious.
Just the animal beater.
Just the one who injures. That horse is not going to taste anything for the rest of its life, but it's still alive. Yeah, I'll say all life is precious. And I'll cast Healing Word on him. He gets back, max 7 HP.
Very nice. Your horse awakens and then kind of is struggling to get back to its feet.
I'll help try to push it up.
Kathor looks to the ones next to him, says, ride double, we leave, we go back to camp. We'll break, we'll move on.
Before he goes, Rayland will say, if you find yourself gainfully employed, perhaps next time, choose your employer a little better.
Despite the hardness in his face, he does look relatively young, and the words seem to strike a nerve a little bit. Says, I intend to. I don't disagree with you. As he will lead the small band of mounted men riding double on the saddles. We'll ride past you guys, and we'll attempt to kind of go up this pathway to the south beyond you. He does shout as he says so. If you need a rest, we have a camp. We'll be taking what we need and leaving immediately. It's yours if you'd like it.
Oh, thanks.
That sounds wonderful. We won't forget your kindness.
they continue on then at this point, and we'll ride down that path, like I said, and we'll start to disappear into the distance.
When they get out of sight, Myetharia immediately gets down off of her horse.
Hey, wait a second. Let me interrupt you really quick. None of us have done this. Do I believe that Kathor is legit?
Sure, make an insight check.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We were just all gonna feel like fucking idiots if we
Once he
got
comes
there
back.
and it was a trap, and Justin's like, you guys did not figure out if he was lying or not. Hey, that's pretty good. 15.
The biggest thing that tips you into thinking that he might be being truthful, at least, is the way that he reacted to Rayland's words when he talked about picking a better employer next time. You could tell that it did actually land a point, so to speak, in the argument.
Like he actually did.
That.
Like he actually had some regret.
He definitely seemed to have some sort of feelings towards Rayland's words, at least.
Okay, sorry, Becca.
Nope, you're good. You're good. So as I said, I get down off my horse, and I quickly look Jack up and down, and when I see that he's fine, I immediately slap him across the face as hard as I can and say, "What the bloody hell did you think was going to happen when you walked into a trap by yourself? I thought you were smarter than that."
Wonder
Well,
how much? So sorry.
That was a well.
Oh well.
as
sorry.
well.
I was wondering how much damage a slap would do, but I'm actually doing okay health-wise.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that might take me out.
No, Josh, no, you've got 14
She's
hit points. You've got 14 hit
like
points. The slap isn't going to do that.
It was like a world star moment.
He just falls on the ground. Oh, oops, oops. And she looks seething, by the way. You've never seen her this angry.
So I'm probably reeling from that because I've just had the shit kicked out of me, and also now I'm having to answer for something. So he's a little lost for words.
She's just gonna stand there.
Seems like it.
So she slaps me, I kind of fall to the side a little bit. Not fall, but recoil off to the side. And I'm kind of bent over a little bit. And I take a moment, kind of wipe whatever, viscera is on my face from the stabbing and such, not from the slap. And I'll kind of right myself and stand up straight. And I'm going to look Myetharia in the eye and say, I reacted with what was available to me and hoped that it would be the right thing. And I stand by my actions.
What was available to you was all of us, who you left behind, to go off on a fool's errand. We were what you had at hand. Why couldn't you wait?
I didn't want anyone else to be in harm's way, not when they didn't have to be.
It's not your job. All of us are in harm's way. That is what we all signed up for, was to be in harm's way. That's what I've been trying to tell you all this entire time. This isn't some adventure. We're all in harm's way. We've all signed up for it. Not just you. Not just me. Not just Rayland. Not any single one of us. We're all in this together. And you have to include us in this.
I do think it's interesting, Jack, that you have been kind of anxious on this journey about, fighting and killing people and getting hurt, and then you just go off on your own without, talking about your plan or anything. Seems kind of dangerous to do.
Well, once I agree with her,
As
once.
this is going on, Bryn is wide-eyed over by like the injured horse, just like fixing the saddle and like wrapping like spots. And
She goes over and wipes blood off of her horse, maybe some human brains.
and just is like generally calming them down while just like whining.
She's uncomfortable. I hoped that the trap was less people walking out with weapons and more maybe a net or a rock slide or something. And I felt confident in my athletic ability to avoid such a trap, and it would reveal the locations of our enemies and would allow us
You
to
thought
make
it was
an
like a
informed
physical trap, not a
Yeah.
person trap.
Yeah, and this isn't Jack talk. This is me. I thought that it was going to be like a tripwire or something. I didn't think there was going to be people there.
So what's
Oh.
Jack
Maybe
saying
you should
then?
have asked the person like in this party who is like good at figuring traps out. I'm assuming.
Rayland's actually
Rayland
off
might.
scouted. He's scouted ahead. He's not-
As soon
he's not
as the contemplation
So I
began, he's
go-
like, I'm
so I
out
go-
of here.
I go, well, Rayland was up on a wall, right, Rayland? Rayland? Oh,
You just see the butt of his horse almost around the corner. For your point there, Rayland, the canyon just continues onwards. It appears to be largely blank as you continue on. Just kind of similar as to how it was before. It almost looks like it was set up as a place to force the horses to run through a narrow corridor where they could be easily picked at by crossbows and such.
I'll say,
Are we ready to press on?
yeah. Yes, Rayland, that sounds wise.
I do wonder what the rest of their plan was, though. How are they going to get the horses to run?
Not sure I want to know at this point.
Fair.
I'll look around for maybe some sort of like, I don't know, landslide. Is there any landslides that you could like loose rocks or maybe incendiary devices? Maybe that's another thing that could have.
What are you wanting to do?
Oh man.
Are you wanting to search the bodies? Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Let's do that. All right. Over.
Okay.
were you
Those first
thinking
two
of-
that you saw initially, kind of ride over, dismount, give them a quick search over, and beyond the short sword and crossbows, light crossbows that they had across their back, you do find in their pouches also, one each, a small, it's almost like a stone in their hands, but it has some kind of jagged yellow cracks through the stone almost, and you recognize this to be what's called a thunderstone. You know that when you throw this rock at a point, it strikes, and sort of like one of those little pop firework things that you throw on the ground and explodes, it just creates this deafening bang, so that anything in the area has a chance to be deafened and also, spooked. So you can pick up, if you'd like to, 2 thunderstones.
I'll be taking one. Let's see. I'll take the other and I'll hop back up and casually toss it to Bryn. No, not Bryn. Winry.
Winry, make a dexterity check.
Oh goodness,
Let chaos reign.
this is gonna hurt me.
Don't you have to be purposefully casting it?
It's not a magic
for-
item.
It's like, yeah, one of those pop fireworks he said.
Everyone get ready to grab some horses.
17.
Nice.
Okay. You catch it. You are startled as it comes flying or tossing towards you, but you react very well and catch it easily.
I'm gonna give her a wry grin, and then keep my trot towards the canyon over here.
Hit. Nice one.
Rob, was Jack gonna say anything else on the discussion?
What time of day is it while I was thinking of that?
About noon, give or take.
My intention was to keep everyone safe, but I can see how I may have been a bit forward. And I kind of like crumple over a little bit from like a gaping wound in my side. I'm like, I think I've learned my lesson.
I'll kind of go down with him, and as he's kind of giving into his mistakes, she'll kind of grab him and pull him into a hug, and kind of say close to his ear, "I'm supposed to be keeping you alive. Don't make my job harder than it's supposed to be. You're already enough work as it is." And then let him go.
I'll give a nod, and then I'll limp over to a horse.
Okay.
No, that's it. I'll hop up on a horse.
Well, with everyone then mounted on a horse, Torrent will turn to the rest of the group and say, "What's the plan? Which way? Rest first, or make it to the forest and then rest?"
How far is the forest, Torrent?
Probably most of the day.
Oh,
I would say.
a rest.
Do we need a
would be wise.
short? We could just do a short rest, though, or a little rest. I don't think we necessarily need to go to the camp to do that.
True. You could rest here if we'd like. You could probably
Just an hour, yes.
rest to some extent on the horseback, even.
That's,
Just for making sure which way we wanted to go.
I think there's no need to go to the camp. I think we should just keep heading forward.
There's nothing there for us.
I think it's in our best interest to keep moving.
All right, understood.
I'm gonna say that Winry, that poor horse needs at least a break. I'll ride with Myetharia.
I'll offer my hand to him.
Okay, you guys
And
can ride
I'll-
together.
I can guide
Doesn't
the
someone have his own
wounded
horse?
horse behind me. Sorry.
Oh, I see. Never mind. The horse is just not going to carry it. Forget it.
Right, yeah.
Right,
the
yeah.
the idea was
So-
that it needed a break.
Someone just hold his reins.
I'll hold its reins.
Okay. The rest of the trip through the canyon is pretty straightforward. As you make your way through a quiet rest or a quiet ride for the first while, a little somber attitude. You guys can feel free to take a short rest as you guys ride.
All right.
And as you continue on, and after lunch, even getting close to dinner time, roughly a day of travel has passed, largely uneventful, as you lick your wounds. And as you crest a small hill, you begin to notice a faint red and orange glow to the sky ahead. The air begins to smell faintly of ash. And as you continue down the slope, the frigid winter temperatures that you've been riding through before warm noticeably. In fact, you begin to notice red flowers dotting the roadside among the yellowed grass. What you initially took as snow, you now realize are cinders and ash that are floating in the sky. The cliffs along the road slowly turn towards craggy hills as the forest fire itself comes into view. a tall set of pine trees stretching down into a valley before you that burns, ablaze all the way to the horizon. While your view is lost within the smoke and haze of the nearby area, you know that the blaze must cover miles upon miles of forest. The flames are bordered on the near side by a river that seems to mark its beginning, and a field of ash coats the last quarter mile of ground leading up to the river's edge. Every spellcaster can make an Arcana check.
That include me, Justin.
Yes, I'll allow it.
You said Arcana?
So everybody except for Rayland?
As it turns out, in this case, yeah, Rayland is the only one who has no actual
I
magical
still have
ability.
a -1, so.
7 for me.
Okay.
Myetharia does.
14.
Myetharia technically can cast a spell.
And I'm sorry, we're doing Arcana?
Arcana, yep.
19.
Okay. Jack, as you kind of start riding towards this area and you get within a reasonable distance of it, you know, even though it's not really in your wheelhouse particularly, there's some sort of fire enhancement going on. You can feel, even though you don't even cast fire spells, I don't think at all, but you can feel almost like this tingling in your hands as though you want to have flames, fire, and you know they would roar if you cast anything here. As you continue on and make your way down the hillside, you spot a small farm alongside the road. Instead of being up in the canyon anymore, there is no canyon really anymore, as it's kind of leveled out into smaller hills as opposed to this ridged canyon. And this is the first and really only farmhouse that you can see in this area at all. The farm consists of a 2-story stone house, an adjacent barn, with what looks like a pair of simple stone cairns. The farm is on a slight rise on the left side of the road, and a young woman stands in clear view, dark-haired, eyes wide and blue, holding a slender black staff.
What is she wearing?
She's wearing almost what looks like a farmer's outfit, I guess. It's like a kind of pleated, or not pleated, a plaid kind of undershirt, and then some overalls, basically. Something similar to that.
You said a staff?
A slender black staff, and then she also has a cloak over top of it that has a clasp in the center.
That's what I was looking for.
Did you happen to say what color her hair was? And I just wasn't listening.
Dark-haired, and you can tell even from here that she has large blue eyes.
Can I tell if she's an elf or not?
Make a perception check.
Oh, goody.
And does her staff seem magical in nature?
You can't tell from this distance.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, 12.
You don't see any telltale signs of elvishness. She has her hair loose. You'd think that you'd probably see ears peeking out if she had pointed ears.
Right. All right.
She does appear to almost, she's kind of facing your general direction, but not really looking specifically at you. And as you can tell, her eyes, even from this distance, like I said, they're wide and blue, and they seem almost unfocused. She's not really looking at you at all, just kind of staring vacantly off into the horizon, the distance.
And what time of day is it now?
It is almost sunset. Just starting to get orange, not just from the fire, but also from the sun.
All right.
I think let's approach.
Yeah.
If I may, I would like to dismount and... Oh, no, I thought, all right, it did yell at me a bunch. Okay, let's approach. Carefully.
Right. You ride up relatively near, as she's standing somewhat near the road as it is anyway. And as you just get kind of close enough to speak, you can clearly make out, like I said, she's looking off vacantly into the distance instead of at you. But as you get close, she does speak. Kind of...
Can I look whatever direction she's looking?
It's just kind of the hills.
There's nothing
of interest in any one direction of any particular item or person or animal, anything like this. Just kind of off into the sky.
Okay, so she
As you
speaks.
get close enough, though, she does speak, and it comes out almost flat, as though it's missing some sort of intonation slightly. It says, "The scourge comes, and the skulls of the dragon pursue you. I saw it in a dream." And then she shakes her head as if coming to her senses immediately afterwards. Said, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I said. Oh, I was daydreaming again. The forest does it to you, I guess. And she comes under a little bit more calm. "I think your arrival means that the end is near."
The end? Of what?
I meant our time on the farm. Sorry, I didn't mean that to be quite so ominous.
It sounded quite ominous.
I'm sorry. My name's
What's your name,
Kristen.
dear?
And I hate to admit it, but I could use your help. I know that the Regessians are coming. Even here, we've heard tell of the Scourge, and, well, me and my father are magic users. His name is Haddin. I want to come with you, wherever it is you're going. I believe that you can protect us. At the least, let me offer you a place to rest before you go.
Does she seem like she's speaking the truth, or...
You can make an insight check if you'd like, and also everyone can make a history check. Myetharia, you can actually do so with advantage.
Justin, one more time. The scourge comes and the skulls of the dragon follow you.
Pursues you.
Pursues you.
Listen.
All right, it's...
Linda.
Listen.
It's 17 on insight.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would actually, I am skeptical too of this farm, this farm
coming on
hand, this
strong.
farm wench here.
Sure.
I rolled
Make
I rolled a 17 history.
Or not a history. All right. Make an insight check too, also, if you'd like to, Rayland.
Oh.
13. I don't know why, but I thought I had a better.
Both of you, Rayland and Myetharia, you both kind of feel like she's a little bit of an open book. She, while very unnerving initially, as soon as she kind of changed her voice and became more of a person and made eye contact and started talking with you, she seems very genuine.
At a 9 on history.
With advantage, even?
Yeah, I rolled a 9 and an 8.
Okay.
Was I supposed to roll with advantage on history?
No, yours is normal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I got a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's the
17.
same as Winry.
A 7, a 7, and then a 14, you said?
17.
17? Okay. Jack, you haven't really been in the city that long, but even you are able to know the name, or at least a name of Haddin. You've heard plenty of talk about Haddin in the past with Gate Pass. He was a artist, well-respected citizen of Gate Pass back in the day. And he had a brother, a half-orc, named Mandragore, who was a criminal. Well known after the fact, at least, that he was a criminal. Suddenly, one day, Mandragore decided he was going to go straight. He was going to be a really good person, basically, completely redeem himself and everything that he'd done. But rumors started arising that Haddin had done something. It wasn't quite clear exactly what, but that some magic had been done in order to do this. And an investigation revealed officially that Haddin was dominating his brother in order to force him to change his ways. Within weeks, and among many protests of countless people who started popping up all over, believing, whether confirmed, none of it was confirmed, but whether right or wrong, that Haddin had definitely dominated them as well. His reputation was ruined almost, over the course of just a couple of weeks from having lived there most of his life. And while his brother tried to defend him, his brother was actually killed in a riot against him. And in doing so, Haddin left, taking his wife and his newborn daughter with him out of the city. Some years later, a young woman who appeared very similar to Haddin's wife began visiting Gate Pass again, getting supplies, her expression distant. And stories say that it was her daughter, or his daughter, who began to stop by periodically.
Okay, Mandragora was killed in a riot.
Yes.
And then the rest of it was they left town, he, his wife, and their baby daughter.
Yep.
They left town, and then a woman came back to town later, years later, to do stuff in town, and she would have visions, and that was this lady. Presumably.
If the visions part, her expression was distant at least.
Okay.
And yeah, this all happened 20 years ago, and then just kind of recently, within the last 5 or so years, this other woman started appearing that people felt like they recognized.
Okay.
Do I recognize the staff that she's carrying as just like a regular farm tool for herding and things like that?
It does not appear quite like that. No, it appears to be more like a quarterstaff, not like for herding or anything like this. It's more like a large walking staff. But it's thin beyond being particularly useful in terms of like hitting, or it's like don't think Gandalf's staff, which is quite thick, so to speak. This is much more like cane thickness, basically.
After she introduces herself, I'll say, "Do we look at all familiar to you?"
Not specifically.
Oh.
I guess. What do you mean?
Well, you just seemed to go into a bit of a daze that year, and you said you'd seen us in a dream.
Well, I think it was you at least. I didn't see faces, but I've had visions, and she looks really kind of embarrassed as she says it. They're coming for us, me and my father, and well, I saw people who looked like you guys come, and you helped us. I just know that we're supposed to come with you. That's all I know.
With us? Dear, we're going all the way down to the Lyceum. I hardly doubt that your
I don't care where you're going. It's not here.
We're going through the forest, though, dear. I don't think that you and your father would quite make it.
I don't know. I don't have answers. I'm sorry. That's what I know. We have to come.
Well, it's evening now, so let's at least stay here for the night, get our rest, and then we'll tackle the forest tomorrow, and whether or not they can come with us.
Yeah, where are my manners? I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is quite late. You can at least come inside, rest, please, before doing anything.
As long as everyone's out is quite all right with that, I see no problem with it.
Bryn jumps down and starts walking towards, recognizing good old hospitality.
We have a stable out back. You can stable the horses there. We can get feed.
Excellent. Appreciate that.
So I assume we all head to the stables. Does she come immediately to the stables?
Yep, she's coming with you guys.
Okay.
And if you start to dismount, she will start to kind of tie up the horses in reasonable places, giving them some leads that they could lay down if they need to, and start filling up some food for them.
So while she's doing that,
Bryn will help her.
I'm going to nudge Bryn and say, "Can you take over with this, feeding the horses and such?"
Yeah, sure.
I wrote her name down. Lady Kristen, brief introductions. My name is Jack. Very warm greetings to you. Thank you for your hospitality. I think you can see that some of us are quite injured. Would you mind going ahead to the house and maybe warming up some water so we can clean our wounds?
Of course. Yes. Here, you can feed them, I guess. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
And she bustles off towards the house and steps inside.
right.
As she does so, you notice that there was a man standing kind of in the door frame as she went through it. A very portly man, quite overweight, and kind of glaring out the door as she comes in, and then the door shuts behind her.
All right. Once she walks away, I'll say, okay, everyone, I know of this Haddin. He is a very powerful magic user, specifically with the ability to dominate people. He is well known in Gate Pass, almost notoriously so. And I think we need to be on our guard. I don't know how many people he could potentially still dominate. This was decades ago, but I believe the risk could still be legitimate.
Maybe you could teach us some magic, says Winry.
Maybe he could. Maybe he could. Maybe he could practice on us, though, and that would be bad.
But so does Jack tell us the whole story? Like
No, because she could come back in any second. I just give the quick version. All right, I'll do it. Yes, I'll do a very quick version.
So, but what if he was just dominating his brother to help his brother, and all those other people were fools?
I'm not assuming any intent or really placing any judgment upon the man whatsoever. I wasn't there. I don't know the context other than what I hear. But I've told his story before in taverns, so I'm aware of the legend more or less. But the fact doesn't change that he could still have that ability and could still potentially use it if he deems necessary.
You should be very careful. This is unfortunate.
Do we have a safe word?
I was thinking that too.
All right. Rayland, any thoughts on this whole
Like a safe phrase, like
fortunate affair?
what would Renard do? Nothing, because he's dead. Wouldn't be good. Or Bryn would say that.
What about we all remember what Funbar said is his safe word. The school stands ready. If we think one of us is acting peculiar, then we can ask, what did Funbar say? Work it into conversation, obviously, but
Obviously.
But I guess I don't know how that person works. Couldn't you just encourage the person to answer, and then we would know because it's already on?
Justin, I have suggestions, so I've studied this kind of magic before. Do I have some kind of understanding of that? I guess
not
specifically
the intimate details of it. No, this level of magic is beyond you.
Right. I think that we need to rest here before we go on, and of course I want to help people that need it, but maybe we just try a safe word and hope that our good intentions take us to safer shores.
So we say, what is it that Funbar always said?
Yeah, what did Funbar say?
What did Funbar say? And then the others answer.
Yeah, because remember when we met the real Funbar, that's what you use as a safe word, right? Or it's like a code word.
Safe word, but yeah.
Yeah, safe word is not what I meant to say.
The password.
Justin.
Well,
that was the phrase. The school stands ready.
As risky as it is, I think that we should take this chance. I don't know. I believe in some way that she has had some vision that we save her, and it wouldn't make sense that we save her and her father if they are, I don't know, dominating us in some way. I mean, of course, they could be dominating us to save them, but...
That
Or
could
we
also-
save her from her father.
Ooh.
this could
Yeah,
be
did she seem like she was under any kind of spell when she was in here before, Justin?
You didn't notice at the time. You weren't thinking about it, but you could try to check for it when you came in contact with her.
Fair.
say we take this very carefully.
The other option is we could just go for the forest now, but I need at least a few minutes.
We should
The door
rest
starts to
for-
open to the house once more at this point in time, as you see Kristen starting to come back with a large bucket of kind of steaming water and some cloths. You have a moment before she gets here to finish your conversation.
Any objections?
I think we see how this plays out.
Alright.
Agreed.
It'd be fun.
Sorry that took so long. Here. We heated some water and some cloths, and you can use it to clean up. I'm gonna go start dinner.
Oh, thank you, Zia. I really appreciate that.
Come inside whenever you want. Whenever the horses are ready, we have room. You can, sit at the table. We'll get you guys set up for some sleep tonight as well.
We'll be right.
Honey,
Thank you.
is your dad okay with us staying?
He'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about him. Just, enjoy the food. The rest, so on. We'll talk about it.
So does he feel like you guys need saved?
I don't know. I really don't know. But
Now that she's here and talking, does she look
Go
like
ahead and
she's
make-
needing some kind of spell?
make an Arcana check.
Oh, not good. 13.
Not that you can notice, at least.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Like I said, come inside when you're ready. I'm gonna start the food.
Thank you, dear. We really appreciate your generosity.
She starts heading back in and will disappear inside, and you can come follow, stay outside, whichever you'd so to choose.
I would actually like to go up to Bryn and say, can you help me with this? I'm going to take the warm water, and I'd like to start treating the wounds of the horse that got hurt real bad.
Yep. I will direct him and show him what to do and where to.
Sure, with some
the horse
effort.
may need bandages and yeah.
You're able to kind of
Extended
spend some
time.
time, clean it, and make it feel better. It will also rest when you do.
Clear my conscience a little, maybe.
All right, are you guys gonna head inside or not?
Yep. Heavens.
Bryn,
I guess so.
Bryn puts on her most cheerful face, anticipating talking to a grumpy old villager and going in, planning on being helpful and helping Kristen with whatever she needs.
As we're walking in, I'll say, as a final note, I think that we should do our best to spread out once we get in there. If he can cast a spell on 2 or 3 of us, if we're clumped together, he might be able to get us all, but if we're spread out, it might just be 1 or 2.
And you and I, Jack. You and I can't get charmed all that easily, can we?
That's true, and I hopefully will be able to spot a spell when it's being cast, so I can maybe give us a heads up.
I'll leave that up to you then.
Farmhouse, while relatively large, is not absurdly huge either. Like it's a relatively good sized house, but it is not like a mansion.
Sure.
But you head back up the hill slightly then, around this small little stone wall, basically, that's been set up. It has entrances more open in the front and then a little opening in the back where the stable was more towards. And as you make it back up into the farmhouse, you head in the back door. And aside from a few old cloth decorations, all the furniture within is made of stone. It looks very blocky, very utilitarian.
Very
and it also looks kind of magically shaped. There's also a small hearth that crackles with 2 bright fire, and besides it, an old man, large, sits on a stone bench, perusing a book and coughing incessantly. A finely crafted warhammer hangs on the wall, surrounded by countless beautiful paintings. As you walk in, Kristen from the kitchen will say, "Oh, make yourselves at home. Don't worry. Pick a seat. It'll be okay." And she continues to make some stew on the fire. In the meantime, the man looks up briefly from his seat, kind of glaring over the edge of the book, appraising each of you openly while hacking. And then goes back to his book after kind of grunting at you.
I'm gonna go over to the fire and kind of lay down and cozy up to it. Lovely cozy house you have here.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. And you can see Haddin just makes like a noise from behind the book. Grumbles a little
Directed
bit.
towards Haddin, I'll say thank you for your generosity, and please let us know if we can help in any way, and I'll go off to the kitchen to help Kristen.
Helping already by leaving. As you walk off to help.
I would like to approach that guy.
Oh, wait. Because he sort of looked at Winry when she went by the fire. Did I sense a difference in how he reacted to me versus her?
Winry? No, not specifically.
No, like towards me.
Right, but you versus
Okay.
Winry? Not
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
He looked
Okay.
with the same sour glare at each of you.
Okay.
Oh, I wish you hadn't sent the picture. Now I instantly don't trust this guy. I would like to approach him. Justin, you said the stone looked like it had been magically worked.
Yeah, like by shaped stone. Basically, it's very kind of blocky and utilitarian, but functional.
So I would recognize that likely a spell was being used.
It does
Or
look
had been
magically
used.
shaped, yes.
Okay. So I'll approach him and say, thank you for your generosity, sir. My name is Jack. I normally would say
Take
something
your prying nose elsewhere. I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Justin, do
Okay.
I see?
Happy. Don't.
I'm gonna
like-
keep. Sorry, Justin.
No, you're fine.
What'd you say?
I said you're too happy. Don't like you.
I'll chuckle a bit and walk a little bit closer. And you said, Justin, that he had a warhammer above the fire?
It is a
something?
finely crafted warhammer that hangs on the wall, yes. And it is
Okay.
surrounded, like most of the walls are filled up with these very countless beautiful paintings.
Huh.
Despite the rest of the room being very Spartan and utilitarian.
Well, I'll
Do I
say to
see?
him-
Go
Okay.
ahead. Never mind.
Okay. I'll just say, well, pardon my curiosity, but I was simply wondering if you had been a part of the war. And I'll kind of indicate towards the warhammer.
Not mine.
Oh, I apologize.
Do I see any kind of what are they called? Wizards ingredients and stuff anywhere?
Components.
Components. That's the word.
You make a perception check. Or maybe investigation if you'd rather.
Okay, investigation sounds good. 22.
You look around and you really can't find a lot of stuff for components. At least not like a pouch. He doesn't carry a pouch on him particularly. There's not really much that you can find that looks like components, I guess. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
In fact, what you can notice is he does have with him a small book that he's looking at, but you doubt that it's a spell book, just by the way that he's like looking at it. Does not appear to be something that he'd be studying like a spell book like that.
I've read a lot of books. Any chance I'd recognize the book?
Let me look a second.
Let me look up the name of the book a second.
And I'll tell you, just to maybe guide a little bit, less to like for information's sake and more as like a conversation piece.
Sure. I'm going to say no. I don't think that you would recognize the book at all, but you do realize it's definitely not a spell book. You can see that kind of just by looking over his shoulder slightly.
All right, Becca, you were about to say something?
Yeah. When he says not mine, I'll kind of give up for a moment and then think and then turn back again and say, not yours, but you didn't actually answer my question.
I guess what I can tell you, Jack, is that it is not a book with words in it at all, actually. It is a book with sketches that he is looking through. And I'm going to have to be honest, I don't remember exactly what your question was. Oh, about the Warhammer. Yeah, not mine.
I had asked him, were you a part of the war? Did you fight in the war? Is what I'd asked him originally, and all he said was not mine.
Too old.
Did he say too old?
Not much. He probably looks like he's about 50 or so, and so by the war, he, as a human, would probably be 10 to 12.
Got it.
Even though he only is probably about 50, the 50 years have taken a real toll on his body. He looks dramatically out of shape. He's hacking constantly between discussions. Like he'll be able to speak a few words like he does, and then he'll fall back into coughs. Something has taken a toll on his body despite the relative less number of years than you might have thought. He looks older than he is.
But now I'll say, I apologize. It's good that you were not a part of it. It's a terrible war.
Maybe.
Lives lost means it was a terrible war. I'll muse quietly.
Not every life gone is a loss.
Oh no, I heartily agree with you on that. Many lives should be lost for this world to be happy. As toiling as they may be, as sad as it may be.
As I'm coming out, like setting the table, in and out, setting the table, stuff like that, and hearing him coughing, can I tell what that might be from? Like, is it from the, like, being so close to the forest, or?
Make a medicine check.
He got the black lung pop.
He got the black lung. Where's my skills? My skills. Medicine. +5. +5. dice. There it is. Oh, shit. 9.
Your initial guess, at least, is probably has to do with long-term inhalation of smoke. Just as a guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna try one more thing.
Just it's really just based more upon the area.
Yeah.
Just assuming that he's lived here for a long period of time, which is an assumption, but one that you might make with the house as it is. Being this close to a fire, within like a quarter mile to a massive forest fire for your entire life. Can do havoc to one's lungs. So it's a reasonable guess that might be caused by that.
I'm going to say to him, I see that some magical stonework has been done here. I recognize the craftsmanship. Was that Kristen, your daughter?
Mine was.
Really? You seem quite skilled.
Don't look so happy.
I'll like lower my tone, be like, sorry. Good.
I was once.
What
You
happened?
were once what?
Guild.
What happened? Not like I care, but you know, just
Life.
that'll do it.
His answers are all very short, clipped, and discouraging conversation. After a short period of time, Kristen comes back with Bryn. They've been filling up the table, setting it, getting the food ready, this sort of thing. And she begins to dish out soup for one. After a moment, you all can sit back, sit around the table, around the room, various places, enjoy some wine, some stew, and just kind of spend the rest of the evening together.
Does the stew taste good?
Yeah, the stew tastes of human meat. No, the stew tastes very good. It's from Kristen. It's cooked well. She is a serviceable cook and does a good job. Puts a lot of effort into it, so it does a good job. Got a lot of side pieces.
Good stew.
Hey, thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. It's hard to get many people around here. You know, there's just not a lot going on. And well, I'd like to meet. And as she's kind of in the middle of talking, she gets a glare from her father. And as soon as he kind of glares over the side of his eye towards her, she immediately stops talking and just like wilts inwards.
How old does she look, Justin? Because from her picture, she looks quite young.
She looks about 20, give or take.
Oh, okay.
A rough estimate, but that rough age. Everyone that is a spellcaster, not Myetharia this time, sorry. The true spellcasters, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, 18.
Very nice.
You might actually
Very
beat me.
nice.
Nope, 19.
Mine's a -1. I rolled a 19.
Winry? Okay. Winry, you were not paying attention at all, just kind of sleeping down by the fire. But
Like a
You
kitty.
found a ball of yarn or something.
both Bryn and Jack, both of you, while not knowing anything about the specifics, you can see the effects of some sort of enchantment. Details unknown, but the way that he looked and she immediately stopped without even really making eye contact leads you to think that something's going on.
Torrent, what was it that Fudsbar said? There was a phrase that you guys used when we first met. What was that?
Yeah, the school stands ready.
Yeah, that was it.
Why do you ask?
Just, sometimes phrases like that pop into your head at certain moments, and
I see.
this just happened to be one of them.
Understood. Okay. I wasn't so sure. So,
Well, thank you both very much for dinner, your kindness. Maybe we will sleep under the stars tonight. It seems nice out, and to be lit by such a
please, you don't have to.
beautiful-
You can sleep inside. Really, there's beds. You don't have to sleep out there.
Okay, does she seem desperate, or does she seem like she's being a good, host?
It's hard to tell the difference. She's definitely trying to.
Does she seem panicked?
I don't know if panic's the right word, but she seems quite upset. Please, I mean, you definitely can stay. And then Haddin kind of looks towards her again, and she says, "That's fine."
It's quite all right, dear. We'll talk tomorrow about what you asked.
Sure.
Well, it's late. All of you have a good night. Guys, let's set up camp.
Has Jackie unfinished his soup?
You can take the soup with you if you'd like.
Oh, but the fire was so warm.
Yeah,
There's
too
fire
bad.
outside.
I'm looking
Bryn,
forward to
light
that.
a fire out there. Goodness.
Okay. You guys step back outside then. Can do what you would like, but I think this is a good spot for us to call it for tonight.